Hello, Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Welcome to today's Earth reading, Earth sign reading. Today we're listening to meditation music, release inner conflict and struggle, greater vital energy, anti-anxiety, deep peace. I just saved it to my meditation music playlist. Please subscribe to my channel so that you can get faster access to all of the readings, the music, and all of the resources. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. We're doing it a little bit differently this time as opposed to the last Earth sign reading that I did. Excuse me. We're going to be doing a 3-card reading for all of you, for all 3 signs, and then we're going to be pulling some specific clarification cards for each sign, for each Earth sign of Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So we're going to start with the Mystical Shaman Oracle by Alberto Villoldo, Colette Baron Reed, and Marcelo Lobos. So 1 card please today for Earth signs. The Crow. 13. Number 4 showing up today. And the Crow is a bridge between worlds. Bringer of truth, harbinger of truth. The word justice keeps coming through in everyone's reading today too. So, with the essence of this card, Crow is the keeper of universal law, the law of truth. Crow teaches us to walk our talk, to find congruence between who we say we are and who we really know ourselves to be. This winged one insists that we speak truth, that we create truth instead of searching for it, and that we bring truth to every situation we find ourselves in. This is a beautiful message for Earth signs today. The invitation with this card is that when you speak the truth and practice truth, eventually everything you say becomes true. Your power to co-create with the truth is the universal law. Correct what is untrue in your life without judgment. Let the truth set you free. And be true to your word. Crow arrives just as we have convinced ourselves that what we are doing is right and justified, and while this may be the case in the realm of relative truth, in the higher realm of absolute truth it is not. Look deeply into your heart and remain alert lest you convince yourself of something that isn't deeply true for you, or perhaps is not the highest truth. Do not seduce yourself with illusions. When we so often want to find the truth, often we accept illusions as truth, and when we know deep down that they are not, because we're just trying to grab onto it. In some cases we can just ignore that little nagging feeling inside that says that this is not quite right. Instead, we are being called right now to really honor that feeling within, and understand that we need to constantly be searching for that, constantly. And this keeps showing up in a lot of the readings today, you know. Divine light, divine reception, and divine creation and creativity, and the divine feminine, the egg of creation, the cosmic egg. So let's move over to the Labyrinth Tarot. One card, please, for Earth signs today. This is the Labyrinth Tarot. This is fun. I really like this deck. Is a good time. It is done by, sorry, I'm trying to find the author here. Why isn't the author point? Oh yeah, it's on the side of the, okay, so yes, it is by, the art is by Tomas Hijo, and words by Minerva Segal, and there's a foreword by Brian Froud. So Brian Froud was involved in the creation of this. So, one card, please, for Earth signs. One card, please. So we have the Seven of Feathers. So really taking yourself more lightly, for one thing. Earth signs don't always take themselves lightly. I feel like sometimes they tend to be a little bit more serious. And of course there's variety in everything that I say here. But in general, I find that that is the case. So we're being called right now to take ourselves more lightly, and also the number 7, a divine number. Research the number 7 and everything that it means right now. Would be something that you could find something within that research that is of comfort. And then plus, you know, the feathers obviously complement crow very well here. So the labyrinth is full of sneaky surprises. The Seven of Feathers represents trickery and deception. Don't take things at face value now. Stay vigilant. Remember, things aren't always what they seem. And it's time to face the truth. Acknowledging the reality of a situation can be difficult or even painful, but open honesty will benefit everyone in the long run. Gather your courage and do what needs to be done. So really, like, there might be a truth that's being hidden from you right now, Earth signs, that you need to uncover. And perhaps it's something that you thought to always be true, and you've never taken a step back and re-examined that. And so you're being called right now to do so, because you could find a deeper truth, or perhaps a completely different truth about the situation at hand right now. So, and then let's go into Kuan Yin Oracle here by Alana Fairchild. Kuan Yin came through on another reading earlier today. And it's funny because I was going to pull the deck in that reading, but decided not to, and she showed up anyway in the Divine Feminine Oracle when I was doing a reading with that one. So she wants to be heard today, and I think that her message is something that is here for you Earth signs. So, oh, this came through in a reading the other day. That's interesting. Daughter of the Phoenix. So burning away all the old shit and being reborn into something new. That is something that is for sure coming through the past week. For many people, maybe not just Earth signs, but definitely Earth signs for sure, it looks like. So being reborn into something new, and examining the things that you think are true, and they might be, but they might not be, or they could be both. That's the thing of practicing non-duality, is that everything's true and not true, isn't it? I mean, I don't know. So when the soul is ready to spread its wings, it goes through a deep cleansing, purification, and preparation for new levels of spiritual wisdom, power, and light. Just like the phoenix that is baptized through celestial fire to be born anew, you are going through such a phase of heavenly purification, preparation, and initiation. This is an advanced phase of soul growth, and soon after you will enjoy greater spiritual peace, divine power, and advancement on your divine life path. Kuan Yin, daughter of the Phoenix, has been through fire both physically and heavenly, and has ascended into a position of great spiritual peace, power, and authority. She guides you now to claim your rebirth and ascend. In the same way that if we were moving house, we would need to sort through our possessions, and sometimes it is an opportunity to let go of that which we do not wish to take with us into our new life. As we prepare to move into a higher level of consciousness, there are old habits, stuck emotions, and stagnant energy that do not belong in our new life cycle. So the path of purification and initiation by celestial fire is preparation for spiritual enlightenment, greater happiness, well-being, prosperity, success, spiritual responsibility, and leadership. It can be a challenging time as that which we It can be a challenging time as that which would stand in the way of a new level of spiritual potency must be eliminated. And you can schedule a Removing Roadblocks reading with me. That's $22 for 22 minutes, in which we identify what your current roadblocks are and how we could identify possible solutions for those roadblocks that you are currently experiencing. So, often these things are deep fears, doubts, or questions about our own worth and ability. It can feel confronting to meet these parts of ourselves consciously, yet we cannot let go if we don't even realize what we are still holding on to within us. This initiation will help you release any old baggage or pain that will not resonate with the higher levels of light that you are preparing to live. It can feel challenging at times, but know that there is nothing wrong. There is actually something very right behind these experiences. Do not fear the challenges. You would not be taking these spiritual exams if you were not ready to live at a higher spiral of consciousness. Have some faith in your own progress, and remember not to get attached to what is leaving your consciousness as you are preparing to ascend. Letting go of old energies with trust, even if you do not always consciously understand what is happening, is the quickest way to be able to ascend easily and gracefully. To pass this initiation and benefit from it, we must be prepared to surrender that which needs to be burned away. Kuan Yin, daughter of the Phoenix, guides you to have faith and fearless trust that it is safe to let heavenly fire have its way, so that you may rise up anew into your spiritual destiny. The initiation is in its final phases when you are able to put your new beliefs and talents to the test, living past your spiritual principles of trust, faith, and love. No matter what is presented now, it is an opportunity for you to apply your spiritual values and live your life accordingly. The celestial fire will have soon done its work, and you will arise like a glorious phoenix, ready for new life. That's beautiful. So if you want further healing with this, sit quietly with your eyes closed now. See, sense, feel, or intend that there is a column of fire descending from above your head, all around you and through the center of your being, until it burns with spiritual love high above your head and deep into the earth with you at its center. I now release with trust and peace any energy, cord, or attachment that no longer serves my soul ascension into the next level of divine light and embodiment. I call upon beloved daughter of the Phoenix and heavenly fire Kuan Yin to bless and assist me now. Be aware of a soft light that begins to glow within the center of the column of fire. This is Kuan Yin. Imagine her as a magnificent phoenix goddess with wings and a heart of divine fire. She rises up, pulling you toward her. and then all becomes very peaceful as she steps out of the fire as a gentle feminine goddess. Allow her light to soothe you and lift you out of the fire into peace with her. Imagine shedding old energies and emerging new and refreshed with her light cocooning you, protecting and supporting you as you grow. All is well, beloved. Divine Daughter of the Phoenix, Mistress of Heavenly Fire, Kuan Yin, your light of peace and grace sustains me through the trials of my growth. May I be lifted by your luminous beauty into peace. May I feel rapture and excitement rather than fear and doubt as I grow. May I learn to release old pain without getting caught up in stories or history. May I have compassion for my own suffering as I release it with peace and love. May I live according to my truths, applying my own spiritual wisdom in all parts of my life with courage and faith. Om Mani Padme Hum. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, that is the Earth sign reading for all of you, and now we're going to pull some specific clarifying cards for each of the signs for Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Capricorn, we're going to do the Starman Tarot. Kitty says hi. So this is the Starman Tarot by David DeAngelis and Esther DeAngelis. It was inspired by the artworks that were created by or for David Bowie for his albums and various projects. It's a really cool tarot deck. So one card please for Capricorn. One card. Judgment. You're being raptured. Or perhaps you're passing too many judgments. One of the two. It came upright, so that probably means something, yeah. There's so much symbolism in these cards. I've gotten to know them a little bit better than when I first got them, but I feel like there's so many meanings and messages in them that, yeah, so I mean, there's divine reception going on here, divine masculine judgment, judging of the masculine and maybe an alchemizing into a more divine expression of the divine masculine. And then there's a mark on the head right there, divine mark of reception. Divine masculines are going through a rapture and awakening. And this is true for everybody, even if they aren't a masculine. So, Capricorn, you are currently undergoing something that is causing you to have greater divine reception. And being able to alchemize feelings, not just from the past, but then also from the here and present now, and maybe even for the greater good here. And then sending out that new awareness to everybody into the ether, into the Christ grid here. There's like something coming down, but then also something going back up here. And then there's a divine feminine thing going on here. Divine feminine thing. You like that, guys? So the divine feminine is really coming down through here into all beings, but it's the masculines that are feeling it, the men in the world that are feeling it the most, because it's so very different. And there's generation of life energy happening, creation of life energy, and then there's the number 20, and then the number 8, and the infinity symbol coming through here. So let's read what the book has to say. And this is a major thing that's happening for you, Capricorns, a major, major thing. So, I am vibrantly alive and live into the God or Goddess that I am, heeding the call of a higher purpose, a resurrection, the birth of a new personality. Forgive yourself and others. Be the visionary you were made to be. So making sure that you're not acting without clear thought, making sure you're not being too cautious, thinking about your personal patterns of judging and blaming and receiving judging and blame, and then harnessing your energy for something which sustains you in the long term, and not just sustains you, but also then branches out and serves the greater good. So it signals a new holism. The events and patterns of your past, like the pieces of a jigsaw, have come together to form a whole and complete person. In a flash, all can be understood. All is forgiven. You forgive yourself. That phase is over and you are transformed, free to live in a greater reality, a more expansive potential, stripped clean of all the limitations, old beliefs, and experiences of the past. You can see into your own future with fresh eyes. Judgment calls you to be the visionary for yourself. Expect change to naturally unfurl as you revision your life in a whole new way. This is a very, very highly charged card. It's not always easy to receive, and yet it carries with it huge significance and potency and potential. Really look into your life. So look at the truth. Really look at that. Look at what is true. You know, what is it? You know, burn away the bullshit. Be born anew. You know, it will serve. It will serve you, and it will serve everyone else. I mean, you can see that in that card. You know, if you can't do it just for yourself, do it for everyone. You know. So, now we're going to move into Taurus. And, okay. Taurus, we're going to do... Drop everything. Okay, Taurus, we're going to do the Wisdom Keepers. So this deck, this was created by Rosie Aronson, and it's based on the work of the Gene Keys, which is done by Richard Rudd. Very, very interesting whole system. I recommend at least borrowing the Gene Keys from the library. That's the Gene Keys by Richard Rudd, and then this is basically an oracle deck that was created based on that work. So really, really great for inter and intrapersonal work. I feel like it's not necessarily always the best thing for using in readings on another person, but it can be beneficial, I think. But if you resonate with these cards, I do recommend that you pick up a deck, because they can be expansive. So one card please for Taurus, and that's going to be number 1, freshness. The number 1 has been coming through today. If Taurus, if you have water in your birth chart, I recommend watching the water sign reading. That might be beneficial for you. So freshness, new beginnings, starting over, not taking with you the crap from the past, burning that away. Freshness. I mean, look at these themes. They're all, appearing over and over again here. I mean, you can't deny it. So, freshness. The shadow of freshness is entropy, and the beauty of the city of freshness is beauty. The genius of freshness is to bring something to the world that no other has ever seen before. When I look at you and you're feeling down, I know that nothing is innately wrong. Your wise body is recharging, and something deep and creative is growing in your beautiful belly. Please do not worry if you don't have a clue about what's being born. Just do your best to trust and allow for your feelings, and take a little me time. Soon enough, you will feel renewed and ready to burst out into the world with freshness and a new perspective. The more you learn how to embrace your sadness with open arms, the more energized people will feel when they are around you. They will see the light and fire in your soul. Remember, the aliveness and beauty you see in me are in you too. Your joy is more resilient and contagious than you can even imagine, and its timing is perfect. So embrace where you are and trust that your bright light will always appear just when it can have its most inspiring impact. So ask yourself in your meditation and journaling time, do you often find yourself judging, overanalyzing, or trying to get rid of certain feelings? So here we have the judgment coming up again. So how does this impact your body? Which of your feelings do you tend to push away the most because of its heaviness? Find a way to give yourself total permission to have and express this feeling today. Write about it in your journal, share about it with someone you trust, listen to a song or watch a movie that captures it. Make a simple feeling collage. Whatever you do, give it space and see what happens. What simple act would bring more beauty into your life today? That's beautiful. And then with these, there's always a programming partner, and the programming partner for freshness is orientation. The shadow of orientation is dislocation, so not feeling like you belong and feeling separate. And then the city of this is unity. As you come more into contact with your unity with all creatures, you also witness an enhancement in your own uniqueness, particularly through your creative process. So really, I mean, all of us are being called right now to get into that creative process. I come to you, the gift of orientation. When you look into my eyes, allow me to remind you of the deepest truth that we are all one. You and I may look different from each other, but deep down we are the same. Care less about what others think of you, and more about how you are a natural part of the whole. Open yourself up to a path of synchronicity as you surrender into my eyes. Don't think too much. Allow the certainty within me that we are all connected in a single unity, that all things happen in the exact right timing to reassure you that there is no way for you to be outside of the stream of life. It is simply not possible. So further questions to ask yourself during journal time is, are you feeling lost, alone, or out of sync? Are you constantly trying to control, define, or regiment your life? When did you last feel a deep sense of unity, like you were in the flow and connected to all of life? Where were you? Who were you with? Find a simple way to reconnect with that feeling today. Spend time in nature. Sing, dance, or laugh with others. Go to a favorite place and take it all in. That's beautiful, Taurus. So that was your card. Now we're going to move into Virgo. Making a mess of all my cards here. So, Virgo. Ooh. That's interesting. So, what wants to come through for Virgo today is the Archetypes by Kim Cran's The Wild Unknown Archetypes. All right, Virgo. One card, please, for beautiful Virgos. Okay. The nectar. Is that 58? Four. That's 4 again. Oh, sorry, wrong reading. That was another reading. 4s are coming through strong today, Earth signs. Oh. Alright, let's see, the nectar. So we have a beautiful rose blooming here in the center. Are you appreciating the things that you have built? Are you enjoying the nectar? Are you enjoying too much nectar? Are you keeping a righteous balance between discipline and pleasure? Are you enjoying the flowers that are around you, the garden that is this realm that is life? In Hindu mythology, there is a miraculous substance known as amrit, or nectar, that contains infinite healing power. This golden nectar, or sacred elixir, is the drink of immortality, and, like its sister substance, soma, is known to activate subtle intelligent forces that ease the mind, body, and spirit. Though esoteric, these images lead us to the central energy of this archetype, the sweet, potent, heavenly essence that lubricates our spirit back to life. The Nectar card calls us to identify and relish in places, practices, people, and activities that regenerate and heal. Medicine is needed, and this is the elixir. The garden is the medicine. It comes from in subtle form that you may be overlooking. Seek the most sensuous, fragrant flower in the garden you have forgotten. By the way, I am an aromatherapist, and I do custom blends, and I have many beautiful recipes. So, yes, reach out if you are guided. Don't underestimate this remedy. It is said when someone has activated this substance within, it is reflected in their shimmering eyes. So, when in this archetype, when in light, glowing, relaxed, subtle illumination, when in dark in this archetype, fixation on fixing, aggressive approach to healing, In order to go deeper, I'm not sure if this is music or a book, but The Wind One Brilliant Day by Antonio Machado. I would assume that's a book. So the Nectar, the Mystic, and Aletheia cards are linked. It is the mystic who, like Krishna, turns poison into nectar, and it is truth that can often serve as a potent elixir for healing. Oh dang, truth. Here it is. It's all coming full circle. So sense the nectar within you dripping from the crown of the head and soothing the brain. Let it drip down the spine like sweet honey. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, Virgo. Yes, that was gorgeous. Oh, my cat's in the way. I need to put it down, but I guess you're right there. So, alright, my beautiful earth signs, that is your reading for today. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being you. I appreciate you so much. And we'll talk to you next time. Take care.